What if the secret to getting people to like you, trust you, and even follow your ideas isn't about being the loudest or most charismatic person in the room? In How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie reveals timeless principles that have transformed millions of lives. Curious about how a few simple shifts in how you communicate can change everything? Let's dive in. By the end of this video, you'll discover 5 key insights from Carnegie's classic book that will help you build stronger relationships, influence others authentically, and navigate social situations with confidence. Whether you're looking to improve your career, friendships, or even family dynamics, these practical lessons will give you the tools to connect with anyone. Stick around, because these ideas are as powerful today as they were when the book was first published in 1936. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Carnegie's first principle is simple but profound. Criticism often backfires. When you point out someone's flaws, they get defensive, not cooperative. Instead, focus on understanding their perspective. Carnegie shares the story of Abraham Lincoln, who learned early in his career that harsh criticism alienated people. When he publicly criticized a rival, it led to a duel. Yep, swords and all. Lincoln realized that kindness and understanding built stronger alliances. Next time you're tempted to criticize a coworker or friend, pause. Ask yourself, how can I address this constructively? Try acknowledging their effort first, then offer a suggestion. For example, instead of saying you messed up this report, try, I appreciate the work you put into this. Could we tweak this section for clarity? This small shift can turn tension into teamwork. But here's the part most people miss. Give honest and sincere appreciation. People crave appreciation, but it has to be genuine. Flattery feels manipulative, but heartfelt praise builds trust and loyalty. Carnegie tells of a factory manager struggling to motivate his team. Instead of barking orders, he started noticing small things his workers did well, like showing up early or solving a problem, and thanked them sincerely. Productivity soared because his team felt valued. Make it a habit to notice one thing someone does well each day. Maybe it's your partner cooking dinner or a colleague staying late to help. Tell them specifically why you appreciate it. For instance, I really admire how you handled that tough client with so much patience. Watch how it strengthens your connection. This next insight is a game changer for influence. Arouse in the other person an eager want. To influence someone, you need to frame your ideas in terms of what they want, not what you want. Carnegie says, first, arouse in the other person an eager want. Carnegie shares the story of a salesman who struggled to sell heaters. Instead of listing features, he asked customers about their needs, staying warm in winter, saving money on bills. By tying the heater to their desires, sales skyrocketed. Whether you're pitching an idea at work or convincing a friend to try a new restaurant, ask yourself what's in it for them. If you're asking for a raise, don't just talk about your hard work. Explain how your contributions help your boss's goals. Frame it as a win-win, and they'll be more likely to say yes. But what's the secret to being truly likable? Let's talk about it. Become genuinely interested in other people. Carnegie says you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. People love talking about themselves, so listen. Carnegie describes a dinner party where he asked a guest about her travels. She talked for hours and later called him a most interesting conversationalist, even though he barely said a word. He just listened with genuine curiosity. Application. At your next social event, challenge yourself to ask open-ended questions like, what's something you're passionate about right now? Then really listen without planning your response. You'll be amazed at how much people open up and how much they'll like you for it. This final insight is the key to resolving conflicts and building trust. Let the other person feel the idea is theirs. people are more likely to act on ideas they believe they came up with. Carnegie advises letting others take ownership of solutions even if you planted the seed. Carnegie shares how a manager needed his team to cut costs. Instead of issuing orders, he asked for their ideas on saving money. The team came up with the same cuts he'd planned, but because they felt ownership, they implemented them enthusiastically. Application. Next time you're in a disagreement, try asking questions to guide the other person to your solution. For example, if your roommate isn't cleaning up, instead of saying, "You need to do the dishes," ask, "How do you think we can keep the kitchen organized?" They'll feel respected and be more likely to follow through. The core of how to win friends and influence people is this: genuine human connection comes from focusing on others, their needs, their desires, their perspectives. By showing appreciation, listening deeply, and framing ideas in a way that empowers others, you can build relationships that last and influence people authentically. Carnegie's principles aren't about manipulation. They're about bringing out the best in everyone, including yourself. If these insights sparked something in you, hit that subscribe button for more book summaries that can transform how you live, work, and connect. Drop a comment below. Which of these principles are you going to try first? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.